Lisa Grundon coming to you here this evening, and I have a question for all of you, and the question is about the Battle of the Bulge. Who knows what I'm talking about when I talk about the Battle of the Bulge? Lots of times what this refers to is the bulging parts on our bodies that make many of us feel uncomfortable. And we call it the Battle of the Bulge, or I believe it's called the Battle of the Bulge, because it feels like it's a war being waged, and it's a war that's often being lost on all fronts. Because sometimes there's this cycle, feeling desperate, feeling motivated, feeling anxious, not seeing results, feeling old habits kicking back into place, and the cycle continues and continues and continues and it continues. And I have a question. When was the last time that you listened to your body's guidance, your inner wisdom, on not only what you ate, but how much you ate? Because it is not my belief that there are foods that are bad, that there are foods that we can never have again anymore. There was a scientific study done once upon a time where supposedly 9 bites of food was more than enough. It was more than enough to satisfy the chew, to satisfy us physically, emotionally, and mentally. 9 bites of food. I know, crazy, right? I can't say that I've ever really done just the 9 bites. I actually haven't put it into practice. And I'll give that some thought, and perhaps, not even perhaps, I will do that. I will put that as one of my goals this week. 9 bites of food at a time, and we will see what happens with that. Anyway, so why I have this question out there is that I've mentioned this before, that the exercise, the weight loss industry is encroaching upon a billion-dollar industry right now. Between exercise equipment, exercise videos, classes, gym memberships, all that equipment, all of those programs, all of those miracle pills. And you know, there is a miracle. There is a miracle when it comes to weight loss. And I tap into it. That's why I'm 95 pounds and counting down, 1 pant size down when I tried these babies on today. And you know what it is? The miracle is you. The miracle is you. That's it. There's the miracle, and it's listening to yourself. It's listening to your body. It's having an honest, authentic communication. How many times have any of us said that, you know, we'd really love to have an honest communication with our significant others, with our kids, with our family members, or something like that? And let me ask you, have you ever considered having an honest communication with your body? Ever? Body, what would you like to eat? Body, how would you like to move? Body, what would you like to do for fun? Body, what do you need now? Supposedly there's only 4 things that the body craves, and they are energy, salt, sugar, and water. Did you hear that? I didn't say carbohydrates and proteins and fats and sugar, so I did say sugar. It's energy, salt, sugar, and water. So at any point in time, the very first thing that I do whenever I feel a little bit off and I think that I'm hungry, and I actually had this pattern that repeated in my body that came out of my mouth that said, I am hungry. And now I recognize it when it says that. I'm like, great, what are you hungry for? And almost always the answer is energy or water. Almost always. In fact, many times that our first food cravings are not food cravings. Our first cravings are actually thirst, is what it is. And water, oh my gosh, I just can't tell you how good water tastes when it's nice and cool on a hot day. Or I really like mixing it with some grapefruit. I really like flavoring my water with grapefruit, and sometimes with lemons. Ooh, on a really delicious day I put it with pineapple and blueberries too. But nearly any kind of fruit can be added to water. I also really like adding mint to the taste of my water, whether I add it in the form of an essential oil or I put actually mint leaves that I'm now growing out on my front yard. I'm now growing mint my front yard in a planter hanging from my front porch. So if the body only craves 4 things, that's water, energy, sugar, and salt, what would it take to have an honest dialogue with your body and listen to the results? What would it take if you really, 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 really crave that honest communication that most of us think that we do? So what would it be like if we said, body, what would you like? And then we waited for an answer. In the form of some kind of energy, some kind of water, some kind of salt, some kind of sugar. So let me tell you the secret when your body craves energy. And maybe you'd be thinking like, oh, I don't want to get up and do jumping jacks, or I don't want to do Zumba, I don't feel like running, I don't even feel like walking. So how can I get any energy if I don't feel like doing any of those things? Well, it's really simple. Let me show you how to do it. So you sit down, let's say right here. You sit down, just close your eyes, you take a couple deep breaths, and all you say is, pull energy. I'm pulling energy from my body, and you do this from the room. From in here, I have a lamp, I have a table, there are dogs, there's music, there's books, and you simply pull energy. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say pull energy? You just pull energy, and even if you're brand new to this, all you do is you say, I'm pulling energy. And don't worry about how you're doing it. Allow some help to come on in. Because there is help. There is help from everywhere around you. So you just say, pull energy. I am pulling energy. And just really breathe into that. I am pulling energy. And just really breathe into that. I am pulling energy. Body, do you require something else? Oh, as a matter of fact, I think I'm thirsty. I would really enjoy some water. Almost always it's those two things at first. And sometimes when we're doing a lot of thinking, if we're really working through a mental problem, if we're problem solving, strategizing, if we're using a lot of mental energy, our bodies really require sugar. It's not our bodies, it's our brain that really requires sugar. And so if your body only requires energy, water, sugar, and salt, how will that affect how you choose something to eat? If instead of looking into the fridge, into the endless abyss of, oh, I need something because I don't feel quite right, what if you said to yourself, okay, body, are you craving water, energy, salt, or sugar? And really listen. And you take a bite and you savor that bite. The same way that you savor a kiss with a brand new love. Remember what it's like in the beginning when you're kissing? Trust me, you can recapture that when you're 7 years into a relationship. You can really recapture all of that too, and really recapture the energy of that kiss. And so you savor that bite like you enjoy that kiss. How would that change your relationship with food? Because food is not the enemy, and food is not your friend. Food's not a confidant. Food doesn't console. Food is fuel for your beautiful body. And so when you talk about your body, beautiful body, what do you desire? Because the miracle solution to finally thin forever, to permanent weight loss, is you. Y-O-U. You are the message, you are the pill, you are the bullet, and you can make it happen. And it happens as quickly as you make a decision. When would be a good time to start an honest, open dialogue with your body? You know, a long time ago, this guy named Neil Donald Walsh, perhaps you've heard of him, he wrote this book called Conversations with God. And supposedly, how the story goes, or at least was how he said it when I was in an audience of, I don't know, about 1,500 people, and we were all listening to him talk. And he said that he sat there and he literally said, God, are you there? Are you listening? And the answer came back, yes. And I'm not quite sure how many books have been written at this point, and it's been several. So what if you were to do the same thing? What if you were to say, body, are you listening? How can we work together so that we can find our true weight, our ideal weight, so that we can increase our energy level, so that we can increase our vitality, our ability to love, our ability to move, so we can get rid of some of the aches and the pains, of the swelling of the joints, of the signs of aging that don't have to be there. They really don't. What would it take for you to sit down and say, body, are you listening? I've been doing this for so long, and sometimes I'm up and sometimes I'm down, and then I'm up and then I'm down, and it's never there for very long, but somehow I always manage to maintain this weight. What would it be like if I could maintain the weight 20 pounds less, or 5 pounds less, or 2 pounds less, or 100 pounds less? Body, are you listening? What would it take for you to ask that kind of question of yourself, to your body? And listening, really listening. When your body says, I need some energy, and you pull energy. When your body says, I need some water, and you pull water, you drink water. If you're not quite sure how to do this, send me a message. I am me. Send me a personal message. I guess I am is an old school term that was used way back when AOL was our form of communication on the web. So send me a private message. Send me any kind of a message. I'll be happy to talk to you about this. Because how amazing will it be when you realize that you are the magic bullet, the magic pill, the magic solution to what you thought was your problem. And it wasn't. It was just a little miscommunication. I know a lot of us would really like some better communications in our lives. So what if it starts with better communications with ourselves? And it starts there. Body, what would you like? So you start out with food, and then you go on from there. You start out with water to drink, because I don't believe there's any food that is harmful for you. I believe that anything can be eaten when you listen to yourself, when you listen to your inner guidance. And if you have questions, I can show you how. Send me a message. I'll let you know. You know, we had a beautiful eclipse yesterday. And for those of you that were listening, I said, you know what? This happens in the continent of North America, like, not even every 100 years. It's even a little bit longer than that. And so what might it be like if you did a reset? Even better than what happens at the beginning of the year, because this is an eclipse reset. And there were people all around the United States yesterday, and I'm not quite sure about around the world, but definitely around the continent of North America. Yesterday I had friends in Mexico, and I had friends in Canada, and I had friends in all the different time zones that were all talking about when the totality of the eclipse hit where they were, and how amazing it was to feel the darkness descend, to hear the crickets all going bonkers, and just to feel the total darkness, and to look up and to be able to see that, and then to see that diamond peak. That's pure magic. Just like you're pure magic. And when we listen to ourselves and we say, body, what would you like? And we start listening to that which feels lighter. So let me tell you about this. Between light and heavy, I'm not talking about a light body and a heavy body. I'm talking about what feels, for want of a better word, better, i.e. lighter. That it's not got so much emotion or charge or drama about it. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? Wow, you know that crazy chick in the black hat with the really crazy red hair? She said that I could just sit down like this, that I could just sit down, I could close my eyes, and I could say, I'm pulling energy. And then instead of that dialogue chatter that goes on inside my head, I could just sit here and I could just breathe into it. And I could go, you know what, I'm pulling energy. And wow, I don't know what's going on, but something feels a little bit different. I'm going to pull some more energy. And you take it from all around you. If you're in the woods, if you're at the water, if you're just in your home, if you're surrounded by some of your favorite things. I love these crystals. I like to just play with them with my hands. And I like it when I put them in the window and the sun shines down upon them, and it sends a sparkle of light throughout everything. It's more magic. And magic is who you are. Magic is who you truly be. Magic is that wonderful stuff that encompasses our lives. And who am I And who are you not to believe in the magic that is you? Who am I? Who are you not to believe in the magic that is you? So let's take that billion-dollar industry and let's turn it upside down on its head, and we're going to say, body, what would you like? What do you desire? What do you want? Thank you for sending me hearts and likes out here. I really, 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 really love it. I really, really, really appreciate it. How much better does it get? How does it get any better than that? Well, you know what? Every time I ask that question, it does get better than that. Because there's something really magical that happens in your life when you really listen in to what it is that you want, and you pay attention and you do it, and then you kind of sit back and you're like, wow, I feel really good. And it's to keep up that connection. It's to keep up that dialogue. How many books did Neil Donald Walsh write? I don't know. I'll look it up and I'll put it out here. I'll say it. I think it was at least 4 or 5. I'm not sure. That were actually conversations with God. He wrote some other books as well. Body, are you listening? Because why would not your beautiful body that you came in with, that you created, that you put makeup on and clothes on, that you wash, that you do your hair, that you find like cool funky hats and really great shoes, and you like to take a walk and you like to do things and you like to swing around and stuff like that, and you say, body, what would you like? And you listen to your body and your body says, hey, I'd like to go for a swim. Hey, I'd like to just sit here and pull energy. Oh, I would like to look up at the clouds and see what shapes are in the sky. Oh, I would like to create a new class. I would really like to go back to college. Body, what would you like? Body, what do you require? Body, how can we create together? How does it really get any better than that? It's the magic of life. It's the magic that is you. Because anything that came in, I don't have any bottles right here. Anything that comes in a little bottle that says, hey, this is the magic. You don't have to change anything about your life. Just take this and you will be skinny. That doesn't happen. How many times does that work for you? How many of those products have you bought? Have I bought? And hoped with all my heart that that was the solution. Ignoring that, how could the solution be me? How could the solution be you? Why not you? Why not you? I mean, really, you've been asking for a really, really, really long time that you would like to have a body with more energy, more vitality, that you would really, really, really like something more with your body. And your body's been shouting. It's been shouting from the rooftops. And we just haven't quite been listening because we haven't quite dialed into the right frequency. So what if you dialed into the right frequency as you used your breath? As you continued to say, body, what would you like? And then you were quiet. And you just listened to the inner wisdom that is you, the magic that is you. So please try it out. Try it out today. Body, what would you like? And let's talk about it. Let's get a dialogue going on about it. It's the basis of my new book that's coming out later on this year that I'm working on right now. I'd love to include your stories in it. So please share with me. Try these experiments. Share them with me and let me know what you think. Let me know what questions you have. I will be happy to answer them. So you are the magic. Remember, your body requires energy, energy, salt, sugar, and water. Body, what would you like? So until tomorrow, this is Lisa. I hope that you have a fabulous evening, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.